New presents the upcoming video games of January 2015. Usually this isn't a strong time of year for video games. Coming out of the really strong holiday season, games usually just go on vacation. And it's not like this January is any different, but there are a handful of titles that might interest you, as we have a lot of variety on this list. First off is Hardware Rivals, a vehicular combat game exclusive for PS4. And it's gonna be free for PS Plus members, so it could take off in a similar way that Rocket League did last year. Hardware Rivals is about playing as either tanks or fast attack vehicles with lasers, railguns, and rockets to destroy your enemies across a few game modes. Amplitude from Harmonix has been in development for ages now. It is a remake from the PlayStation 2 cult classic coming out for PS3 and PS4. Having never played it back then, I'm curious to check it out. Volume came out at the end of last year for PC, Mac, and PlayStation 4. It's coming to the Vita, also on January 5th. The following week, the second Assassin's Creed Chronicles game comes out. Instead of China, this one takes place in India, but has a similar style of gameplay. Check out China first if you think this could be your thing. And then also check Mark of the Ninja, because I think it's a game that is going for the same type of gameplay but does it extremely well. Gemini Heroes Reborn is a video game tie-in with the NBC TV show. You use a variety of superpowers such as telekinesis and time travel in a first-person action-adventure game. Tharsis is a turn-based space strategy game with dice. You control humanity's first manned mission to Mars, where your ship gets hit by a micrometeoroid storm, so now you must guide your crew through disasters, food shortages, and all kinds of universal doom. That Dragon Cancer is an adventure game about a family raising their son who was diagnosed with terminal cancer at 12 months old. You play as the father from a first-person perspective and experience the high and low moments of this period. Alongside the game, there will be a documentary showing the last few years of Joel's life and the development of the game. This is a great example of the spectrum and wide range of stories and issues that video games can tackle. Congratulations to Numinous Games. I wish you the best of luck with your game's success. Gone Home Console Edition comes out for the PS4 and Xbox One after coming out for PC and Mac in 2013. Similarly, the Banner Saga has been out for PC and Mac since January 2014, and it's making its way to the Xbox One and PS4 as well. 3 days later, Oxenfree comes out, another adventure game set in an open world with no dedicated cutscenes. The player can just choose to walk away at any time. The art style is really awesome and the whole setting meddles in the supernatural, like a terrible film from the 80s. Cool! Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen finally coming out for PC after being out for PlayStation 3 and the 360 since 2012. Despite this being a re-release, it's kind of a big deal because the game reviewed really well and just never came out for PC. Though we are 4 years after its original release, we'll see if it holds up. Darkest Dungeon is officially releasing on January 19th after being in early access for nearly a year. In short, it's a roguelike dungeon crawler with a mix of real-time movement and turn-based combat. One of the distinctive features of Darkest Dungeon is the stress level of each hero, which increases with further exploration and combat. There are plenty of videos of this game, go check them out, see if it's your thing. People seem to like it a lot. Blade and Soul has been huge in the Eastern market for years now. It's an MMORPG that uses real-time battle system requiring players to combo several attacks together, and also has some unique traversal free-running style for exploration. If you're looking for a new MMO, this could be your thing. The Deadly Tower of Monsters is a twin-stick style action-adventure game with a unique setting. It seems that you play in the set of a B-movie with tons of practical effects and classical monsters. It's got quite the unique look, we'll see if it does well. Resident Evil 0 HD Remaster is coming out for all the listed platforms. It originally came out in 2002 for the GameCube, and was remade in 2008 for the Wii, so I guess it's a remake of a remake. Homeworld Deserts of Karak is a real-time strategy game. It's a prequel to the 1999's Homeworld. Gearbox bought the IP during THQ's bankruptcy, so it's good to see the franchise didn't die with THQ. So if you want to experience the origin story, the game's got a single-player campaign for you to check that out, and it also has online multiplayer with a variety of game modes including ranked play. Hyrule Warriors comes out for the 3DS in Japan as Hyrule Warriors Legends, which was previously a Wii U exclusive. Yakuza Kiwami comes out in Japan on the 21st. It's a remake of the original PlayStation 2 Yakuza game from 2006. Mario & Luigi Paper Jam makes its way to the North American market after coming out last month in Europe and Japan. Final Fantasy Explorers arrives at the Western market after releasing in Japan in 2014. It's an RPG, as you would expect from a Final Fantasy title, with monsters and summons. But it's not really narrative driven like the usual Final Fantasies are, it's more of a quest driven structure like Monster Hunter. Anyway, plenty of videos of the Japanese version online, check it out, see if it's your thing. Same day, LEGO Marvel's Avengers comes out. It follows the plot of the Marvel films, not only the Age of Ultron Avengers movie, but also the Captain American movies, Iron Man 3, and Thor: The Dark World. The game will feature over 200 playable characters drawn not only from the movies, but the comics as well. It's a celebration of everything Avengers in LEGO form. Believe it or not, The Witness comes out on January 26th. The game was announced back in 2009. It is a game by Jonathan Blow, the creator of the indie success Braid. It's a first-person puzzle adventure and it just looks gorgeous. Within each section of the island the game takes place on, the player will encounter numerous puzzles, but there's more to this game than the puzzles. According to Blow, the magic happens in the player's mind when he understands the subtle things that the mazes are saying. Sounds like the puzzles aren't just puzzles at all. I'm curious, that's for sure. Slain is a side-scrolling hack-and-slash game. I think the Castlevania influence is pretty clear, and heavy metal is also a clear influence. Old school, challenging, and perhaps frustrating gameplay with a dark tone and a killer soundtrack. Dragon Quest Builders is kinda like Minecraft in the Dragon Quest world. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Bombshell is an isometric shooter from the guys who developed Duke Nukem. You play as Bombshell, that's the actual name of the protagonist, who loses an arm during her service under the Global Defense Force. Now she's offered a second chance by a private military contractor with a new mechanical arm. Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo comes from the guys who developed the original WRC series. It features 8 different rallies, 5 rallycross tracks, as well as over 50 car models. And finally, This War of Mine, awesome PC game from 2014, is adding children to the struggle of war and coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One. This was already a very emotional game without any children in the mix, and man, I can't even begin to imagine. And that's all for video games this month. If you're looking to play any of these titles, do let me know in the comments below. I've got plenty of plans for this channel in 2016, which involves me covering more video games. So if there's a huge outcry for something I wasn't planning, I might actually check it out. Also expect some changes to the format of this show. We're working on improving the layout, as I think it can get a bit confusing when a game is releasing at a different date on different regions and different consoles, and we're looking to make that a bit easier to read. As usual, leave me a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more gaming goodness. I've been Global. Take care, guys. Bye.